in this game.
Okay, we'll see. Let us see.
Never say that to chat, by the way.
Clearing up. Please don't interrupt. Miss Universe, thank you. Clearing up makes sense. Top is vein. I always wonder what's faster, 2-point skew or point W, because I see every E player switches. I see E player does 2-point skew. I see E player does 1-point Q and 1-point W. It feels so. It's like preference or something. We full clear. Look for a gang top. He backs up, so we base. This is really good. The second you see this guy, you should instantly fight him because you know it's like
I have my items.
yeah, exactly. It's impossible that he has his items. You know. So you ride him. Boom. Insta fight him. Press E. Q. Boom. I assume you misclick 2 points W, right? Dalton.
What?
So I'm assuming you misclicked with your 2-point skew. I mean,
Yeah, I misclicked.
yeah, just making sure. But anyway, that's a great start. I mean, he messed up. You punished him. So, uh, when you see him on your Krugs, you know he cleared down, right? You did red, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Grump. You know he did red, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Grump, like this, yeah? So,
Yeah.
what does that mean? Normally, that means when your Krug spawn, his Krug spawn, your Raptor spawn, his Raptor spawn, your Wolves, his Wolves, blah, blah, right? So, that's important to know because now when you see him top right now, and you see he has 28 CS, that means, you know, when he spawned, he skipped all his scams and he just ran straight to top gank. He skipped his Krugs, they're still up. Skipped his Raptors. His Wolves are up now too, because your Wolves are up, so it means his Wolves are up now too. So all three of these camps are up. Krugs, Raptors, Wolves. Okay? It's important to note, because I mean you might be able to play for one of them soon.
So he's down in tempo.
Not even yeah, down, I mean down everything. In this case, after you take this Wolf camp and you see him getting top, um, you have the ability to play to invade him if you like. Like at this point it's too late, so if you're going to invade him, you'd skip Grom to do it, you know? Um, it's also one of those things where here after once you see him top here, you have the option to yeah, you could do wolves into his raptors, or you could technically run into his raptors right now, and then because what you could do is you could skip wolves, run straight to his raptors right now, right?
My mid laner was losing, so I didn't really look for it.
I mean that doesn't really change anything. You could have a 5-0 mid laner or a 0-5 mid laner. You have sweeper. You're gonna see if there's no wards. You don't isn't mid laners don't randomly walk to raptors while they're laning to check them. You know what I mean? That's not really a thing. The laners have to lane. They have to play the game. They have to hit their minions. They have to trade, right? Um, and also if you fight the also it's not first two things. A, it's not gonna be a fight because you see Zin's out here, so you're just gonna take the camp. You could just take the camp and leave, right? So it's not like you're fighting to death here. Um, and Zinzao obviously is too far to stop you from doing Raptors. He's mid gank right now. A. B. If you did want to fight Zinzao, then you would he's gonna walk like Krugs or Raptors, so you could maybe like sit in this bush right here, right? And the idea is now if you're fighting him here, um, your fight is faster than it takes for Yon to come, right? Again, that's if you want to fight. I don't think you should fight because I think as actually you should wait till you're level 6. That's where you get your spike. I'm just saying, but the Raptors is free. There is no fight. And if Yon tries to stop you, you're 2v1ing Yon, right? It's gonna be you and Shogat versus Yon, because there is gonna be no Zenzao, and Yon could be 3-0, but you should always win 2v1 because it's number advantage, right?
I gave Drake because of the bot lane.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not even about balling. Your camps are all spawning upwards. You can't really do anything about Dragon right now, right? And then you do with balling. You have no vision. You have camps up. I think here though you should skip crabs to do raptors because you see on the mini map you see as raptors are spawning. It's gray turning yellow right now. So if I was you, I would run to his raptors right now. You know you 100% stronger than him. You know you have level 7. There's no chance he's level 7 0 because you've got more kills than him. You've got more camps than him, right? So if you just barely turned it, there's no way he's it. Obviously you have strong items. So I would run straight here, play for Raptors at the moment, and then after Raptors, then you could go play for the Scuttle, right? Because the Scuttle will always be there, but there's a chance the Raptors will be gone after this. Well, if you do Scuttle first, because he might be doing his Raptors right now, right? Okay. Base for item. Full clear. This guy's full HP, so he's undiveable. This guy randomly decides to fight while we know the top side. I think your ult makes no sense. You're going to be
I
in,
wasted my ult.
you're gonna be in your Q range in literally 1 second, right? And your Q will kill this guy. He's 1 HP. So I think ulting here is really, really bad because I think normally you can fight this dragon. Let's see, the dragon spawns 10 seconds. So normally you kill this guy, and then you instantly base, and then you can fight this dragon. And look how strong you are for the dragon. You have Kraken, you have pickaxe money right now, right? Or you have boots if you want boots over pickaxe. And you're gonna show up to the dragon fight level 9 with flash up, full HP, all your money spent because you're gonna base right now and run straight there. You're gonna have 0 money, and you're gonna be as strong as possible for the dragon. But now that you didn't even get the assist, and now that you have no ult, I don't think you can fight dragon now. Now I think you should just do what you're doing and stay top and break the tower. But I think normally you could have based and played this dragon, you know. Try to avoid the wall. He's gonna eat you. Here, I would like walk like this because here in a second he just did it badly. Here he could technically E right now, and this would hit the wall. This would hit the very tip of the wall. You see? You get stunned. Um, so I would walk like instead of walking like this, how you do it, I walk like this. And now if he eats me, you eat me on into the bush, not into the wall. You see? He just did it late. Sorry, hold on spawn. Nice. Kill this guy. Base for item. Play for dragon, preferably. I don't really see the reason to herald here, right? If I was you, I only think I care about one thing, and that would be the dragon spawning in 30 seconds, right? I don't care about anything else, mid tower or bot tower or top tower. I think to myself, if I could just get this dragon in 30 seconds, it stops them of having any chance of getting soul. It increases the chance of me playing for soul, and it's kind of like it's kind of their last possible chance to win is they can get souls, right? Because this game we've traded the first 2 dragons for golden XP, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. That's completely fine. Um, you've gave the first dragon, you got a kill top. You gave the second dragon, you got another kill top. You got the plates top, you got the top tower, right? And the entire point of this trade is you trade objective for golden XP. So then you can use this golden XP to guarantee the future objectives. Like I'll get first and second dragon to get myself strong, and now that I'm up 2 levels and I have full item, well now the third dragon fight is guaranteed winning because I'm so much stronger than the opponents. You know, that's kind of the mindset. So you really have to make a priority for this dragon because if you don't, if something goes wrong and you mess up and you lose this dragon, well then our entire like reasoning of giving the first and second dragon was just like pointless. You know, if that makes sense. And I think as Master
Yeah.
Yi, you know that you basically never want to fight with your ult down. Like having your ult makes you like 2 times weaker, right? And in this case, you have 1400 gold. So I think here makes way more sense to me. Is you do the scuttle crab, you base, right? Right now, dragon spawns in 38 seconds. You kill this crab in let's say 3 seconds, so then it'll be 35. Then it takes 8 seconds to base. Then you'll be at fountain when it's 27, right? Then you'll run to red buff. Takes 15 seconds to run to red buff. You'll be there when dragon spawning at 12. You do red buff in like 5 seconds, and boom, you're now going to be in river with ult up, flash up, full HP, all your money spent, red buff on, as dragon spawning. In AKA, in other terms, you have perfect conditions to fight this dragon. And if you win this dragon fight, that should like guarantee you the win. So I see no reason to fight mid here. No ult. You have 1400 gold. To put in comparison, I always like to say this: like 1 kill is 300 gold. So when you have 1400 gold on you, 4 kills is 1200. So you're not actually 400. You're actually just 3. It's 0 KD until you spend this money, right? You're still strong because of your CS, obviously. But you get the idea, right? So I would always, no reason why I would force on the map with no ult. And this was money, just base, spend your money, get the red buff. Because it's not that this is like, I assume nothing goes wrong here, but you have to understand, if you play this game 1,000 times, this is the fight that loses, that, like, right now the game is in a commanding lead. This is the fight that makes the game go from a lead to an even game. It's a 44 with no ult. Your teammates aren't even fully here yet. Like, Brand Ziggs are behind you, but they're not here yet. Like, in my head, I see a world right now, you get Ziggs knocked up, Teemo queued, Yon ulted, um, like, something, like, something could happen, you know? But I feel like if you have ult up and money spent, I genuinely think there's no way they could do anything to you, you know? But as you see, you get chunked half HP. You don't die, so it's fine. But does this make sense? It's not about the results. It's about like the habit building, you know, for future games. Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
Does it make sense? Any questions? Does
So
it make
I
sense?
should have taken the crack, then base, spend my gold, then play for dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. In simple terms, but do you understand why? Okay.
Yeah, I made terrible decision here.
It's not terrible. I'm not trying to make fun of you. Just you have to. I'm just making sure anytime you have a big lead, which in this game obviously you have a big lead. You're 403. You're up, a level and a half. The number one priority isn't to push your lead harder, is to keep your lead. That's how it is in League, you know? Like, number one is priority is keep your lead. Number two, then, is to push your lead, you know? So you're always going to do everything with a lens of being safe. Like, what's the safest, most aggressive play I can do? You know, it's not what's the most aggressive play I can do with my lead. It's what's the safest, non-dying, most aggressive play I can do, you know? Um, and I think in that case, I basically it's the one thing to respond to the enemy's plays without ult. That's fine, right? Because it's one thing to stop the enemies from trying to do what they're doing. It's one thing to force your own plays. So, for example, let's say here you're doing crab, and here you're planning on basing, and in the imaginary world they're like 3-manning your Cho'Gath. Like you see 3 people ganking Cho'Gath. Responding to that isn't the worst thing ever, because you could argue like, oh, I don't want them to kill Cho'Gath, because if they kill Cho'Gath, we lose Dragon. Because if they kill Cho'Gath, we're gonna have numbers disadvantage. We're gonna have 4 members alive. They're gonna have 5 members alive. So responding to enemy plays when you want a base or when you don't have perfect conditions is justifiable, right? But forcing your own plays when you don't have perfect conditions, that's what makes no sense. Because when the enemy puts you in a weird situation, that's like, okay, we'll play to them. Now let's see how I respond. But when you're putting yourself in a bad situation, which again I think fighting anytime you have fighting without ult is quote unquote a bad situation, that's when it's like, okay, this is a problem that's like super easily fixable. You can't really fix the enemies going in your Cho'Gath, but you could definitely fix yourself dropping Herald and forcing a random mid fight. It makes sense?
Mhm.
We get dragon anyways. They don't come. Farm for item. Kill this guy. Yeah, I mean, your pings are good. You should always be doing Baron here. I don't know why your team's trying to end, but normally I would say I'd be mad if you're not pinging, but you literally are pinging, so there's literally nothing else you could do. Nice Q. You Q this Q. Guy's dancing. Get Baron. No, I think the game was a really good game. I do think that you stuff to work on is jungle tracking. I'm not sure if you realize how fucked or delayed this XinZhao was from this early death, right? And how I think you lost opportunities to invade him. Like even right now, if you wanted to, once you see XinZhao top, I showed you this Raptor option going to his Raptors right now, which I think would work well. Another option you technically have is you could technically just go to his Wolves right now, right? Because right now, if your Wolves are up, his Wolves are up. And then in 15 seconds from now, his Grump will spawn too. Because he right now, 3, 2, 1, your Grump's up, that means his Grump's up. So right now you'd be finishing his Wolves right now. Now you'd be walking to his Grump. And then you could get his Wolves, his Grump, recall. Then you could go to your Grump, to your Wolves that are up. And then by then your Raptors and Craigs have both respawned as well. You see? So I think that's one option. Another option, again, the simple one is you just go to his Raptors right now. You see him on vision. Again, if Yeon comes, you're not worried because it's 2v1. XinZhao's not even going to be there. Also, at this point, I don't think even I think if you're full HP, level 5 MasterYi, I don't even think you lose 1v1 to Yeon, right? It's not like it's not like Yeon's a super strong early game champion or anything. So I think something to work on is tracking your opponent, like knowing what camps he has up, what camps he has down, what camps he skipped, right? That just comes from pressing tab, seeing his CS counter, and just paying attention to the map. I think you're a little too scared. Like you're like, oh, I don't want to invade this guy because he owned, but I think that's doesn't usually apply. Especially when you have sweeper and you can sweep the entrance and you see there's no vision, then there's nothing Yeon could do to you. But besides that, and then the second point is just like making sure that when you fight, you're fighting with your perfect conditions. Your ult's up, your flash is up, your money's spent, your full HP. You just try to always. It's obviously you can't always put yourself in that situation, but the more times you can make yourself have again perfect conditions, um, the better fights will go more often than not. So jungle tracking, looking at the map, and the trying to fight at your best conditions, I'd say, are the major things um, that were not the major like, but things to work on from this VOD. And any questions?
No, thank you.